changes. In 1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If our founding fathers could only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gather together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault-Tec, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure. But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself. So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny, if war must come, we stand together knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Good morning, Vault 76.
What is up, guys? This is Corrupt here. I haven't done a video in quite some time, so I do appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to be doing a Fallout 76 gameplay. Obviously, you can see from the title. I'm going to give my honest opinion on the game. I'm going to rate it, out of 10, 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, whatever it may be. And this is just basically going off of what I've played. I've played about 3 hours worth of it. I'm going to fast forward this part here. On my character creation. If you've seen me from my live streams from Fortnite or whatever, when I use my webcam, you'll notice that we don't look exactly alike. I'm a little bit chubby in my face, and I didn't really have too much time to edit him to make him look exactly like me. I was like, what's the point really if I'm gonna have to change this all again when the game comes out? Plus, I'm not gonna make my character's face fat. That's just a no-no. But yeah, I was just kind of messing around with it just to see what it how to use it and stuff like that. So this part, yeah, of course I'm gonna fast forward it. It's a little bit long. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit raspy or kind of sick. My voice is kind of going out a little bit just because I guess I slept with the fan on, so I've got a little bit of a sore throat almost. I guess that's what you can call it. But here I explore a little bit. It felt a little bit different. Honestly, I haven't played a Fallout game in a while. I haven't played any New Vegas. I haven't played Fallout 4. And I mean, I've just been playing pretty much my PS3. Honestly, I was playing Black Ops, but I just kind of haven't been in the mood to play it. I've been in the mood to play I've been playing UFC 3 Undisputed on PS3, which I've been having a blast with. So let's go and get into the gameplay. Graphics look amazing. I'm not gonna say that they're not bad. They look really great. I'm not gonna say most Fallout games because not all Fallout games look good graphic wise, and that's okay. It's not a big deal. I don't really care about the graphics too much. But this game, really good graphics, I think. Once we get to the outdoors, I'll kind of show you around a little bit how it looks and the colors and the graphics and the details and what they put into this. One thing I want to say is this part, I was really confused on what I was supposed to do because I didn't see it where it says leave Vault 76 on the top right. I was just kind of messing around, seeing what you can or can't do. And then eventually I get out of here. But I try and cut out most of the stuff that is kind of boring. That way it's not, because whenever you start off, it gives you some equipment that you go and get. So right after I walk out of here, I have to go and pick up like I forgot what it's called. It's like a camp something. It's pretty much like a storage unit, I believe, is where you save your stuff at a camp. When you're become over encumbered, as Fallout says. I didn't look around on the top, which I really regret, because I wanted to see what else I could do. I totally just jumped right off the top, which is so dumb. I feel like I missed something. So hopefully I didn't. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I just jumped right off, and I kind of just got on my way to discovering, what this vault is exactly. It looks pretty cool. Obviously it's 300 years after, I guess, America was founded. But I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe I just didn't pay attention enough. From 1776 to 2076. Hopefully I don't sound like a complete idiot from what I just said, because I really don't know much about history or America, which is pretty sad on my part. Don't hate me. I failed a lot of my classes in school. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, I only failed a lot of my classes because I skipped a lot, so I wouldn't say I'm dumb. I'm just not too educated in history. Anyways, let's not even go on that topic, because that's pointless. But this is what I was talking about, the camp. CAMP, I guess it's abbreviated. And right off the bat, you're gonna see that I meet some people. I'm like, what the hell? Why are there people in my vault already? But I forgot, it's all online. Yay, right? No. So I'm gonna talk about that as well. Here we got some perk cards, which is pretty cool. It looks like whenever you add a perk or you want to increase a perk, you get to choose some sort of like card that is more relatable. It's kind of like before, except I don't think there's any point system where you can level up your perks other than, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not going to speak on that just yet, because I didn't really mess around with this too much. Because you can see right there, strength, I got 2. So I guess every point of a card, I guess it has a certain amount of points that you can add. Okay, never mind. My bad. Take that back. But yeah, right off the bat, I noticed it's online, and I kind of want to speak on it. In my next video, I'll kind of show you what exactly I experienced. So during this gameplay, of course, it's a beta, so I mean, all this could just be something that they're going to work out in the future, but this is what I was totally afraid of. I was totally afraid of it just obviously being always online, and then just being laggy, like just terribly laggy. And I know sometimes, like on Fallout, when you play it, you get like disc lag, or you get like where like the frame rates drop and it's kind of like glitchy looking, but to the point where you're actually lagging in a game. That's kind of what made me a little bit upset about this. So I was playing, and again, I'm going to add this onto another video because I didn't have enough time to explain exactly. I don't want to make it too much of a long video. But I was playing, and I was fighting off some feral ghouls, and then all of a sudden I start to like lag really bad, and it makes like your screen look really crappy. And I don't have bad internet, keep in mind. Of course, everybody says that. I'm hardwired in though. I usually get anywhere between like 60 to 80 download, and then like 10 upload or whatever. So it's decent. It's not great, but it's decent internet that should have no problem with me connecting. I don't have any other trouble playing online. Again, it could have just been my internet. I don't know. But it kind of went on for about 10 minutes where I'm not sure if it was just because there was so many ghouls, because it was like a wave of ghouls that we're going through. There was some other people around me. There was a wave of ghouls, and we're just kind of running around, and they're all up on me. And, it doesn't really maybe explain it, but it could be it. I'm not sure. So, again, there was like 7 to 10 ghouls around me. We're shooting them. And it just gets really skippy, and me and the other person are like lagging around, and the ghouls are lagging around, and shots aren't registering. It was just odd. And that's the only lag I have experienced, but I hope that I don't experience that often, just because I know it's all online, so it's going to be on their servers. So hopefully we don't have any trouble. And I'm hoping maybe for the people that don't have internet, once they get connected, let's say their internet goes out due to I guess like an outage in their area with their company, or they go down for maintenance. What does that mean for us? Are we gonna have to be away from that? You know what I mean? I really wish they could have added something to where it's just offline mode. I really think that they need to incorporate that at some point in time. Hopefully that's something that's gonna come out with the original release. I just really don't want to play online with other people, and that's just a kind of like a fact for me. I don't want to do that. I wouldn't mind playing with my friends. Co-op would be cool. Just don't really like it. One thing I also want to mention is, okay, so I know this might sound kind of dumb, but I committed suicide on this game. I jumped off the top, and I fell. And as soon as I fell, I went down to my knees, and it was like, wait for somebody to help you. Like, it's not like an actual like death scene. You literally fall from your knees. I jumped like at least 20 stories high. No, maybe not that high, but it was off a bridge, and I fell to my knees, which is really weird. So I don't know. That just kind of is a little bit weird for me, at least. It kind of excuse me. It kind of reminded me of Fortnite when you get down and you have to get picked up or revived. That's exactly what it was. You do have to get revived in this game from the looks of it. It may be a feature. I mean, maybe it's just because I was supposed to be in a group. I'm not sure if I joined a group. I was trying to invite people to my team or your team. I think you can have like 4 people, but nobody. I don't think anybody joined. It would have told me. But that's kind of what it looked like, and it just said wait for somebody to help you, and you're just kind of like on your knees, like dying slowly. Kind of dumb, in my opinion. But it's just little things like that I don't like. I'll probably say that this game, overall, from what I played, and keep in mind, I played this one time. I did not get to play the beta last time. I'm probably gonna, I didn't get to play the beta over this weekend. I played this today. So just keep in mind, I'm not trying to be biased. This is just my opinion. So if you played it longer and you had a little bit of different experience, you know, we might differ on that. It's just from what I played. I would say a good score for it would be like a 7.5, a 7.5 out of 10. I wouldn't give it a complete 8, but yeah, 7.5 out of 10. I did fast forward this part as well, just because it's just me trying to kill this dude, which I can't, and then me making like armor, which is pretty cool. You know, I rarely made armor in previous Fallouts because I just didn't really care for it, but it's actually really helpful, and I'm gonna start doing it way more often. So, I mean, the gameplay overall, it doesn't feel like Fallout 4 either. Like, it kind of looks a little bit like Fallout 4, but it just kind of feels a little bit different. It actually gives it a kind of like a first-person shooter feel, if you will. Of course, you can do, you know, that or third person, but just the overall, like, the movements, the everything, I don't know, it just kind of feels like a first person, like I'm gonna play Call of Duty for some reason. And here's the one other thing as well. I think in the beginning it tells you, or I unlock some sort of card. When I first used VATS, I'm just speaking on that now, VATS I think was dumb as hell. So it says you don't have to aim. You just go into VATS and then you shoot whatever percentage, you know, you'll hit or miss. It's kind of like the other one. No more slow-mo. Of course, that makes sense because it's all online. So no more slow-mo, which I wish would kind of happen with, like, with animals at least, but not other people. I can see how you know, it would affect, you know, gameplay, so they didn't speed it up. Or they sped it up for actual animals and people, but I think for, like, when you're fighting, like, creatures, you should have the option for it to go in slow-mo. However, I'm gonna say this, again, since like I was saying, I've only played a couple hours of this. What I unlocked was a card. It said you can aim for limbs. So when you go to VATS and it says like 72%, and you just shoot whatever you know you're near, like that right there. You can actually pick and choose which limbs you want. So I'm thinking with VATS, it's going to be some sort of upgrade system to where you have to, you know, unlock the perk. Then you can start, you know, adding different features to VATS. Hopefully they add that slow-mo mode or slow motion mode, because that was actually a lot more helpful, especially when you're in a gunfight and you're getting shit on. You can just go to that real quick and be like, damn, let me try and get a critical shot. And you also see in this video, I mean, that I'm going to be kind of cutting in and out of different parts that I'm in, just because it gets kind of boring and me just wandering. So I try to keep it more interesting. Here we're going to walk up to some dude in a damn stove head first. Like, damn, what the hell went on here? I was literally laughing for like 2 minutes. What the fuck is this dude doing? Why is he like that? But yeah, I just cut out the uninteresting parts. The possum, I think it has 2 heads, which is ugly looking. I think possums are like the ugliest freaking animal alive. They're so scary looking too when they start to hiss. Don't even get me started on that. So on this part as well, we're helping out the responder McDermott. She was, I guess, getting some water samples. So whenever it says collect water or test a sample of water from the river or test a sample from the Flatwoods water pumps, I was like, okay, cool, let me do that. So I cut it out, but I was actually just drinking the water. As you can see, my radiation's a little bit high. I got like 3 sips or 2 sips. I was like, why is it not going away? Why is it not saying completed? And then I realized, oh, it says press square to collect. I'm like, oh, I feel like an idiot. And these Mr. Farmhands, they're pretty easy to kill. I didn't have a lot of bullets or have any good weapons. I think this is like a pipe revolver or pipe pistol. Not pipe pistol. So I couldn't like murk these things like I would like to. And I mean, one thing I also noticed, I didn't really run into a lot of weapons. I'm not sure if you're gonna have to just like go into weapon creation and start to run them. But I didn't even run into any raiders. I just ran into creatures, which is kind of odd. And I got a 10mm weapon, you know, the basic 10mm pistol that they always have. But nothing else. Like, I didn't... Oh, actually, no. I'm going to say I ran into... They're called Scorched. I guess during the nuclear drop or whatever happened... They are blind, I think. I don't know. They're like completely just burned. They're ugly looking creatures, but they have weapons. They have hunting rifles. And I ran into 1 super mutant so far. So that tells you a little bit how far I've explored. So, I mean, I could be just completely... I didn't even really go too far. The map doesn't seem too big. It doesn't seem too small either, but it kind of... You know what? I'm not going to lie. It seems kind of small compared to most maps. So I'm not sure if that's going to expand or what that's going to happen. It just seems very small, smaller than most maps, because on Fallout like 4, New Vegas 3, you can take a while to travel from one point of the map to the very end, or it's like, you know, across from it, from I guess the bottom left corner to the top right corner. It's going to take you a while to get there just running. Here it didn't seem that way, so I'm not sure if the map's just going to be kind of small. I know it's in West Virginia. I'm not sure how big it is. I've never been there, but yeah, that's one thing I also noticed as well. So hopefully it's either just a little part of it, they don't show all of it, or you can continue to explore as you, like, you know, because it is online, so maybe you can continue to explore and discover new maps or new areas of this game. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I had high hopes for this game. I'm coming into it not too thrilled. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad game. Again, I rated it a 7.5 out of 10, which isn't a bad score. It's not a bad game. It's just, I don't know, it's just different to me. I think the whole reason that it's just a 7.5 to me is the whole online system. And I try not to be biased towards that. I try to be open-minded. I try to understand it a little bit more on what, you know, it could be. That's kind of throwing me off a little bit. So, I don't know. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm really not. So hopefully I don't come off that way in this commentary. As it's coming into an end, we have about 2 minutes left or so in the video. Of course, I want to give my thanks to everybody that's watching my video. It really helps me out here. I'm at 63 subs. I haven't moved in a while, but again, I haven't uploaded or streamed in a while. So I'm going to try and kind of keep up this channel. It's kind of hard to do that. I work full-time, get family, kids. I always say that. So when I do get time, I've actually just been playing PS3. Being a little bit sad because I don't have Red Dead Redemption 2, which I'm hoping to get here soon, so I'm going to be jumping on that. I'm going to actually, once I get that game, I'm going to just do a whole walkthrough. Of course, everybody does walkthroughs, it's a big thing, but, you know, I want to do it my way. So, if you're interested in that, stick around. I still got to just buy it. I don't have any money right now. You know, holidays are coming up. I've been kind of missing a little bit of work, so, you know, checks are a little bit shorter than usual, so, you know, I got to pretty much pay off like some cards or some credit cards that I have, and pay off some bills. So here soon I'll be able to play some Red Dead Redemption 2. Hopefully I'll see you back here. I would definitely like y'all to watch my videos, and I'm gonna start doing 1080p 60 FPS, you know, because I know the quality is gonna be great. I'm gonna try, because I don't know if my PS4 can handle I'm not sure if my quality of gameplay, if I can improve it up to 4K, because I don't have a PS4 Pro, so I'm not sure if it even pick up in native 4K or whatever you call it. Oh, here's one more thing. Didn't mean to cut that part off. The photo mode. I love this. It's going to be so much easier to make thumbnails. and it just looks cool. Like I'm gonna show my pictures here in a bit on what I did. I just kind of fast forwarded a little bit of the stuff that you can do, but I really love this feature about Fallout. I really do. It kind of gives you that dramatic feel, and I don't know. It was just really cool. I liked it a lot. You can add like little borders. You can blur it out. It looks professional. Like here's some of my photos that I've done, and hope you'll like them. I think they're pretty cool. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week.